What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with another mail call video. That's right, more comic book goodness coming into the mail to the hacienda. If you want to see what I picked up today, you got to stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book goodness, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. So when videos like this go up ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. Talking about people that we appreciate, how about the ever-growing list of YouTube channel and Patreon members, people that are supporting the channel through that monthly membership. And of course, it comes with perks. If you're interested in joining either or both of these and the perks that come along with them, then the links are in the description below. It's always a good time to save money and a good time to protect those valuables. Visit bcwsupplies.com for all your comic book card and supply needs, and you can use the coupon code SCG at checkout and save yourself 10% on your order. Now, it's raining comics out of the sky, comics, and I know the reason why, because I bought them. But anyways, that sounded good at first. So I got a bunch of books in from various people in the community and other sources. So let's just dive into it, shall we? First off, Weapon X. Weapon X, who also goes by Comic Monkey. Comic Monkey. He is the person that did my intro that you normally see. And he was selling on the Saturday Morning Cartoon Crew auction. And so I ended up buying some books from him. I wish they would have actually came in a week sooner. But when he mailed them out, the storm was coming. I know that kind of stifled some stuff. But because Greg Horn was at the Dallas Fan Expo, and had I had that, I would have just gone ahead and got him to sign it. And I suppose because Comics Elite or some of the other ones whose exclusive this is, and of course Greg Horn probably did too, I could have gotten one and then just turned around and sold it. But I'm not a huge Greg Horn fan, and so I had just kind of passed on getting a signature of his. Also from Weapon X, Bad Idea, the Crass promotional module. I've seen this around, never seen it out in a while, and it's like $3. I said, let's throw it in there. Throw it in there. Then I picked up these from Beta Ray Jim, who is usually on Strictly's one of his many auctions these days, and did his pull box, which gave me a chance to win not only that night, but a giveaway that he does once a month, spending I think $25. So I got some pulls, and these are the ones that I kept. Some I just turned right around. I'm going to sell again, but these are the ones I kept. First up, Hellions number 6. This is the action figure variant. David Nakayama has done a lot of these, but this is one that I wanted to keep, so pretty cool. Venom 32. Now, Venom, I think, saturated the market at one point. You couldn't watch a comic book auction without seeing some Venom or some Thor. That has kind of gone away. And I would have done a once-over on this had not Beta Ray Jim pointed out that this is a Hulk 181 homage. Now, when he said it, I've seen it. Of course, you have Venom in the pose that Wolverine typically is, Null in the pose that Hulk usually is. And I guess these little Null heads over here are the Wendigos, but I guess that's what was throwing me. But to kind of confirm it right here, it says after Trimpe right here. So I said, for that reason, it gets to stay in the PC. Then we got Batman and Catwoman number 1. We got the Mask of the Phantasm in the back. I'm not sure if it's Kyle New or not Kyle New, Warren Lau, or if it's Art Germ or just somebody whose art resembles them. But it was pretty cool. I already had it, so hey, I'll just keep it in. Then I got some books from Cat 60, Mr. Auction Aficionado himself, and one of them was Something is Killing Those Daggum Children, number 19. So Something's Killing the Children, a great series if you're not reading it. This is Something's Killing the Children 16. foil variant as well. So the artist for this particular cover was not in Dallas Fan Expo, but Tinian was supposed to have been, and that would have been cool to get him to sign that. Then I got War of the Bounty Hunters, #2 variant edition. So there are several of these obviously out there. It's Marvel, right? There are a bunch of variants out there of Boba Fett. Got this one in from the eBay. That is Super Mario Brothers Battle Against Browser. So it's one of those Valiant illustrated action books, not necessarily a comic book. It's a little bit thicker, as you can see. Found it on the cheap on eBay and won it, I guess, probably because these things have gained in popularity, but it's probably the way they had them listed on there. And so it didn't get a lot of action. Got these from Mr. T-Pain himself, aka T-Claim, in the YouTube auction community. What if General Ross had become the Hulk? And of course, this became a reality. Became a reality later. This is an homage to Hulk #1, which is why I got it. Women of Marvel variant edition. This is an awesome Stephanie Hans Rogue cover. Couldn't pass it up. T-Pain threw it up there on the cheap and what? Dark Knight's Death Metal #1. Great. Batman on the Bat Bike. And coming out of the mouth of the Batman Who Laughs. Pretty dope. Then I got these from Dollar Comics, I think it is, over on Instagram. They've got different pages like $5 comics and different things like that, but they'll combine them all together. Found the first appearance of the Constrictor in Incredible Hulk 212. Kronos, Master of Time, Incredible Hulk 204. Incredible Hulk 259. And Little Gen 13, #1 of the variant cover. This is, of course, an homage to Giant Size X-Men #1. And this is an Art Adams cover. Little Gen babies. So those are the ones I got from various people in the community. Then I ordered some books from mycomicshop.com. So mycomicshop.com, if you're not familiar with them, this would be a good segue into dropping this right here, if I can find it. If you're getting frustrated looking for those hard to find books, if you're a run collector like me, and there's some books that are not necessarily keys, but you want to get those numbers, then check out mycomicshop.com. Use the link in the description below if you've never set up an account, and it's an affiliate link, and it will help the channel out. Doesn't cost you anything. But mycomicshop.com, I had normally, if it's like a weird book that I don't run across, I'll go see if they have it, and I'll put it in my cart. Just kind of leave it there for a while, and come back to it until I get enough where it makes sense to kind of ship. And such as the case with this. Additionally, this time I actually got new books because since my old LCS closed and I haven't set up a new pull list with the new LCS, then I don't, the Valiant books get overlooked. I picked up several when I was in Dallas Dallas, going to the expo at the comic shops near there. Obviously, they have more people coming in, so they have stuff like Valiant books, but here locally, not so much. So I had missed out on the Shadow Man issues, which have been pretty interesting. Colin Bunn writing that, and I was able to pick up those and pick up some of those older odd ones in here as well. If you've never dealt with them before, fantastic on getting your order out, fantastic shipping. The rates are great as far as the shipping. They grade very conservatively. I had one book shipped wrong, and they credited it and said, here, I can either credit it or send it back to your car. I said, just give me a credit because I'm going to be using you pretty soon in the future. So I've never had any trouble out of them. So this is what I picked up here. Pit #12. So I've got kind of on this pit Kit. Anyway, so Pitt, Del Keown, who drew Hulk, and because of that, a lot of people say, Pitt's kind of a Hulk ripoff, and I can see the similarities in the look to him. But if you've ever read the story, totally different story, backstory. But this is a very short-lived series, and especially on those latter issues, they become very hard to come by. So I got Pitt number 12, which is a cover swipe to Pitt number 1. Got Bad Eggs, which is an oddball acclaimed Valiant title here. So this is Bad Eggs number 6. Detective Comics number 15. This is the Joker face cover that they did for all of the Bat-related titles during that time. Wolverine 900. Wolverine 900. It is a thicker book. Bad Eggs number 4. So I only need one of the Bad Eggs to have the that whole series, and I have I'm closer to getting the whole series of Pitt, and I have the whole series of Detective Comics, Volume 2 and 3. So Shadow Man number 4. This is the horror homage cover. If you know, let me know in the chat which horror movie homage is that to. Deadpool Cable number 26. This is Cable 26 from not the run that just ended, the run before that. No, the run before that, when he was bouncing back and forth, getting chased by Bishop and running away with Hope. The last couple issues have Deadpool and Cable to them. I needed one to complete the set, so this was it, and I picked that one up. This was the other Detective Comics that I needed, 43, so I picked that one up. Shadow Man number 3. This is, I believe, the Howling horror variant. Detective Comics Annual number 2. So I only needed one of the annuals. I think there was only 3 during that run. Pitt number 11. Pitt number 11. And then I also got Killer Instinct number 1 of 3. So that's the only one I needed to complete that Killer Instinct. Of course, if you remember the virtual looking fighting game of Killer Instinct was certainly like, ooh, back in the day. Now it's just whatever, right? But this was a game that more than likely Acclaim put out, and that's why Armada put out the deal. Maybe it's not, since it's Armada. Otherwise, they would probably use the Acclaim Valiant title. But either way, it was one that I needed to complete that. And that is all that I got. See, you're looking around like that wasn't enough. How unthankful and grateful am I? Anyway, let me know about the pickups, what you think down in the description below. And I was going to suggest, if you're not reading Shadow Man, the most recent iteration of Shadow Man, you can pretty much get on without having to know a lot of the backstory. Certainly not the original OG Shadow Man from the Bob Hall days. You can get by without that. But even from the reboot when Dinesh took over Valiant, you can pretty much read the new stuff without it. It's a pretty good series by Colin Bunn. There's a lot of horror books out there right now. It seems like that all the indie titles are all horror for whatever reason. I guess maybe the market demands that people like it. But if you like that, then Shadow Man might be something for you. Think of Brother Voodoo for the Valiant universe if you are not familiar with him. The only other title that, well, they re-released in Harbinger. I don't know about that based on the reviews of it. And Ninjak is like, it hasn't grown on me yet. So, but other than that, let me know what you think about these pickups. Hopefully everyone is staying safe out there. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.